haven't seen too much going on with the PP Bros lately. I haven't seen too much going viral or anything. So I was like, let me check in. Periodically, I like to look into their subreddits. I don't talk, I just take screenshots. So I came across this one, this man, and he literally just posted this 4 hours ago, talking about his bad experience with Filipino girls being so called more traditional, because many of these men really believe that these women that are in these traditional countries really want to be born and raised simply to be servants, bang maids, and incubators. Women who have some freedom simply do not just want to be servants. Anyways, let's get to this post. He says, so to make things clear, I'm not talking about my own girlfriend situation since I'm a single dude, but a friend of mine hooked up with a Filipino girl who was working as a caretaker for kids in the West. The sole reason being that he's red pilled and wanted a girl with more traditional values. The catch is they aren't, and to be exact, they are worse. Super addicted to social media. She doesn't have much of an opinion herself. Everything comes from social media. And the worst of them all, TikTok. You might think, oh, that's just one person, right? Well, I met her whole friend group of 12 people, all Filipino, and they are all the same. K-pop and Korea culture is the only thing they care about. They need expensive items, even if they are broke, need to have the newest Apple phones, and rather eat dirt than look poor. Problems with the relationship? Yeah, because she constantly compares her relationship with the things she finds on TikTok. For some reason, my friend is never good enough in her eyes. And I haven't even started on how manipulative they are. They very much like to spite each other for having better lives. They hold not traditional views, but often just medieval views on social issues. Can anyone tell me why I hear only positives from people I don't personally know about Filipino girls? In my experience, I don't see men getting any better with them than with the girls here in the West. It's kind of like women are women. That's what it's kind of like. And the fact that these PP bros simply are not ready to examine the fact that women don't want to just be servants. And that is across the board. And it's like they almost get to the point and touch it, but then still kind of run around the point and just won't get it. Women do not want to be servants for the rest of their lives. And then, yes, there is social media. Social media expands our worldview. And it's just like, yes, I don't want to be like this here. I want to be like all of this. It just happens. And social media has been a big tool in recognizing and making women especially recognize that you can be more than a bang made incubator. All right, some of the comments. Jay Cruz says, well, of course they adopt Western culture when they come here. I'm Filipino myself, and I couldn't point to a single traditional Filipino woman in my generation that I know here. You have to actually go to the Philippines to find the traditional ones. The traditional ones, meaning the ones who don't have the freedoms and finances to be able to avoid being a bang made incubator. Gilly says, how about having nice things even if it means eating dirt? That is weird to say the least, but that is also that man's skewed opinion of those people. Apologetian says, if Filipino women were traditional, they wouldn't have one of the highest numbers of single mothers in the world, lol. But also, these ex-pests go over there and they drop sperm and then they bounce. Like literally, we have military people that go over there and prey upon these girls and women. So that's one of the reasons why they have that highest number of single mother rates, because we have people that just go over there and take advantage of these girls and women. He says Southeast Asia never was and never will be conservative in Western or traditional sense. Abrahamic religions are not strong there. Therefore, they have different morals, values, and approach to life. But so the people that go there from the United States and drop the sperm, They're not necessarily traditional. They're just trying to take advantage. So would we call them predators? Can we call them predators? I would. Careful Inspector said, so they're women? Boss Like says Filipino chicks are some of the most materialistic chicks around. They will go poor trying to appear rich, like financing luxury cars in their early 20s and dropping a G on a purse. It's silly. Polecat says this is most of Eastern Europe as well. People go in debt up to their ears to get a smartphone worth 3 times their actual monthly salary, or drive a car that would take 20 years to pay off simply to not appear poor. That's the human experience where we currently are. I don't know why people think that you can just stereotype a group. We live in a global economy where you can literally see what everybody else is doing. And I know that these people are getting crushed by the fact that women are not generally traditional if they have choices, but that doesn't make them the most materialistic chicks around. It's just that your expectations of them, just dying to be traditional women, that's what's crushing them. Charming Jury says it sounds like she's assimilated to Western culture. Dude is going to go broke meeting her expectations. Torella says Filipino women who hold traditional values are very hard fetched. One reason is their parents will be so strict, everything is according to schedule. Their male cousins or uncles will be there to guard their way from home to school to church and back. For foreigners to even get close to one, you present yourself that you are deserving of these women who, since birth, have been very well protected by her family. Other exceptions aren't as strict upbringing and very well influenced by present trends, i.e., TikTok, texting, etc. Ones from the province with less exposure to Western trends also have traditional values. They contribute to the family by waking up early and cooking for younger siblings, house being well kept, help mom and dad with farms, etc. Best bet is search well deep into further C's. Can't judge from merely a handful of individuals. So as Torella is speaking, the ones with traditional values, like I said, being a bang maid servant incubator, because all they have the whole servant thing, waking up early to cook and clean, keep the house and the farms. So they really want these people that are born and raised to be a servant. That is their gold mine that they are just constantly searching for, because women aren't human to them. They are put here to serve, and these PP bros are simply looking for patriarchy on a budget. And like many of these women are making themselves way more expensive than these men can afford. Your gay bitch says her social circle is obviously going to be similar. MF Doom says Philippines is the social media capital of the world. Keep that in mind. The whole traditional is a fantasy a lot of guys want to believe because they hate Western women so much. Yeah, that's true. Condemned says, so this character you describe are very typical of Filipinos that work as domestic helpers in other countries. They are already influenced by the people of that country. You need to meet the Filipinos who live and work in the Philippines and have not seen the world yet, or either well-educated Filipinas working in other countries that are earning above salary of that country. So that is what the people, these PP bros, are talking about right now. How to find a traditional bang maid servant that hasn't yet been corrupted. That's where they are. They need to know and understand that people like me will keep on talking about this stuff so that more and more women know that these folks are simply looking to buy a bang maid servant. I'm going to keep talking about this, periodically, but I feel like the PP bros, their circle is, or their searches are shrinking and shrinking because more of us are talking about it, and the women of these countries know that they're coming. Y'all join the conversation. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.